Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this ASUS model GL551J. So first what you want to do, of course, is take the battery out. After you do that, you can press and hold the power button, just open it up. Alright, and then press and hold the power button to drain any power. Do this for about 10 to 15 seconds. Alright, I don't really need to do this because what I'm trying to do with this laptop is test the charge port. It's having some issue. But anyways, after that you want to remove all the screws. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After you remove those, you can pull this CD tray out if you remove that screw. Okay. There's 2 screws hidden under the CD tray. Remove those 2. These are all PH1 screws. You do want to keep them in order. These are really short. Then you got longer ones here. And then you got really long screws here. Okay. And then there's also a shorter one here. But yeah, keep them in order. Alright. Then you just pull this tray down like that. Oops, sorry. After you do that, I believe there's supposed to be a hard drive tray here, but the customer changed this on their own, I think. Excuse me. So I'm going to take those pieces of paper out and then pull the hard drive out this way. Normally you would take these 4 screws out and then it would be in a caddy, I'm pretty sure. And then you just lift this thing up and take it out like that. Okay. So I'll set that aside. Alright, then you want to remove the screws under here. There were 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think there was 4. Oh yeah, there's a 4th one up here. Okay. I don't think I need to remove anything else under here. This is the wireless card. If you need to remove it, just pull up on the antenna from the tail and the thing should pop up just like this. Okay, there we go. And then to put it back, you just line it up. If you want a closer view, I have other videos showing that, so you can watch the other ones. They're all basically the same. You got the RAM here, 8 gigs, PC3L12800S. So this is DDR3 RAM. You want the same specs. You can change the storage amount. So this is 8 gigs. You can get like 16 gig chips, but PC3L12800S. Most people don't need more than 8 gigs of RAM, so I don't see the point of upgrading beyond that, but some people, they want to have more RAM, so keep that in mind. Most people don't need more than 8 gigs. You do want to have both slots. It makes it a little bit faster, so if you can get 2 8 gigs, if you already have an 8 gig, get a matching one and put it in there. But yeah, other than that, there's not really a point. So much junk on my desk. Let's throw that away. Alright, so let's flip this back over. And I think that's it. We can probably pop it open now. So to pop this open, what I do, well, I don't know yet because this is my first time opening this, but there's a little gap here, so I'm guessing I'm going to put my fingernails in there, or your pry tool, okay? And then you go on there. Let's see, I might have to turn it the other way. Let's go from this side. That might make it easier for me. Let's see here. Get your pry tool or fingernails in there. You can also try and push from through the bottom here, but it is holding pretty tight, it seems. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay, there's a gap here forming. So I might have to use my metal pry tool, but let's see if I can do it without doing that, because usually I don't like to use the metal tools if I don't have to, because that can damage things. So I'm going to use the CD drive slot and go from the side and see if I can pop it from there. No, it's really strong. Yeah, so this cover, it's held in really strong with the clips. So most likely I'm going to have to use this metal tool. Okay, so you can use a thin pry tool like this and then just get in the crevice here. And let's see, because right now none of the clips are coming out, so that's kind of surprising. It should just pop out. Am I missing the clips somewhere? Should I start from the back? Let's see here. Sometimes it helps, and I don't know if there's hidden screws on this model. Usually ASUS doesn't hide the screws like that, so hopefully I can just get it from the back or something. I don't know, it doesn't want to come up at all. Wow, this case is held together really strong with clips. They don't even need screws on this model. Come on, pop up. Okay, this corner is coming up a little bit. Wow, that's holding really strong. I don't know. Are they hiding screws under this? I'm going to take this out just to be safe. Nope, no screw. Okay. So whatever clips they're using in here, they're just super, super strong because they don't want to come out at all. I don't see any other screws there except for the wireless card. So I guess I just have to use more force. So if you guys are opening this, just know this model seems very, very stiff to remove this cover. Yeah, I don't know how it doesn't want to come up. This is crazy. Jeez. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if somebody has some tricks to opening this model. It doesn't want to pop open at all. Even pulling on the CD drive, I can't budge it at all. That is crazy. This is the thinnest spot. I would assume this would be the easiest part to get the cover up, but it doesn't want to move at all. It came up a little bit, but I don't feel clips popping out. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. There we go. Alright, so you get the tool in. Don't put it too far, and then you pull it upwards to yourself. That pushes this case inwards, and that undoes the clips. Okay, so I don't know why it was being so difficult, but looks like that's how you would do it. There we go. These clips are coming out slowly. I don't know if I'm going to have to undo. I might have to undo the wireless antennas here. Alright, I'm going to undo the wireless antennas just in case. So just grab from the tail, pull it up. Sometimes it helps to wiggle it a little while you kind of pull it up. Looks like the wireless antennas are coming up with that, so let's continue going around and prying the clips out. Okay. Alright. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna be like, you're breaking it. But I mean, I couldn't find any other way. If you know how to do it better, I'd like to see your video. Some people like to say that I'm doing it wrong, but they never show a video of them doing it. Okay, you want to remove this as well. So if you can, try and grab these cables and pull them up. Usually I don't like pulling by the cables. I like to use the clip itself, but there's not much room here, so I don't know how you would do it. I'm just going to use my fingers half underneath this and then half going on top. And then I'm going to try and grab the cable. There we go. And then just wiggle it as you pull it. There we go. Okay. If I'm breaking it, I don't know. I mean, it's not working, so unless somebody else can fix it for them, then this is the only option. So I'm sure it'll clip back in place. I don't think any of the clips broke. Maybe I might have heard one, but let's see. Wow, this thing is held in there really strong. What in the world? That cable's going all the way around. Okay, I'm a little confused as to what part is what. I think I'm supposed to actually have this open all the way. And it looks like the motherboard comes up separate from the rest. So let's try that. Okay, it's coming up. The speakers are part of this bottom case, it looks like. Oh, okay, it's actually starting to come out on its own now. So, are the hinges part of the bottom? What in the world? This is a weird build. I'm confused. I think you pull this up. Okay. This is some weird stuff. Yeah, that's held in there really strong. I don't know. It doesn't want to come up, but let me see if I can see. Yeah, the hinge is mounted to the bottom, so that means this top piece comes out separately. That is very weird. Okay. Well, I don't have desk space to do it like that, but let me see what I can do. Okay, that's working. Just tipping it forward. Okay, so this is really weird. So I don't know, well, you can't see, but here it opens like this. So we're gonna have to pull this cable out while it's up like this. Okay, so this is the LCD or Lvds connector. I'm basically pulling this plastic tab that's sticking out to disconnect it. There we go. Make sure you drain the power and stuff before you do this. But there you go. Yeah, that was a very weird design. The charge port is broken, and that's why they were having problems charging their laptop. This was the weirdest design. So the video cables and on the bottom, the speakers and the wireless antennas are all mounted to the bottom. And then the logic board or the motherboard is mounted to the palm rest. That's so weird. So you actually have to have the computer to open this. Yeah, I don't know. That's the weirdest design I've seen. But here you go. We already talked about the SSD, that the CD drive here, you can get an adapter and then connect a another second hard drive. Then you got the USB port here. If you need, you can replace this if you damage it. I'm guessing is that the power button? What's up there? I don't know what's in this corner because the power button is part of this. So I don't know what this little board is for. Oh, wait, no, that's the lock. I have no idea what this tiny board is for. If you know what it is, let me know. But the power button seems to be part of the keyboard. So this cable, I don't know what it's doing here. There's a lot of these weird random things I've seen in laptops that don't lead to anywhere. I don't know what that's doing. Maybe it's like a network thing or Bluetooth or what's that? The thing, NFC? Maybe, I don't know. Then you got the keyboard cable here. I'm guessing this is trackpad, keyboard backlight cable, SD card. Everything else is mounted to the board. You can't do anything with it. The charge port is replaceable. And right now it's broken off here, as you can see. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna actually use some hot glue to hold this in place, because the place that's supposed to mount it, the plastic pieces, they're all broken here. So I'm hoping that the charge port itself is okay. It does look okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna mount it back in with some hot glue, make sure it lines up with the screw that broke off, and we should be good. So let's get that in place here. We got the old screw that's stuck here, so I'm going to loosen that up a little bit. I'm going to put this back in place. It's hard for me to see what I'm doing because I'm trying to record this, but you want to shove this forward, as far forward as you can. Okay, I don't know why they like to put this giant gap here of nothingness, and that's usually why these charge ports get broken, because it just pushes into the computer. Some of them, they'll be soldered, but this type, because it's held like that, what I'm going to do is get hot glue, and I'm going to fill this little gap here, and that will prevent the charge port from going back in. The nice thing with hot glue is it doesn't really stick too strong, so if for some reason I need to take this out, I could easily do that. But for now, I'm basically just going to put the glue to hold it in that place, and then let's see here, maybe put some on the side here because it's broken out here as well. Okay, I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. Oops. Okay, so that's basically what you do to kind of fix these. You just make sure the charge port is glued in place so it doesn't move around. And I like to use hot glue because if you need to take it out for some reason, you could easily do that. So you can either heat it up or the glue doesn't hold that strong and then you can just rip it back out. anyways, there we go. This should fix their charging. Alright, sorry about that. I had a customer with a liquid damaged computer come in. But anyways, I finished putting the glue here. So as you can see, this doesn't move around. What you want to do, let me grab the charger. Okay, you don't want to plug it in yet because this design is kind of weird that you can't plug the screen in until you put everything back together. Make sure you route the wires around the proper area. So looks like it just goes like that. Okay, then you can plug this in, make sure it stays. Alright, looks like it's good, it's staying in place. Unplug it, plug it back, so see, it's good, nice and solid. I can wiggle it with that and it stays in place. So we're good to go. Okay, so now what we want to do is put this back on. I should probably clean the dust off of this. Alright, it's not too bad, I kind of blew the dust off already, but I'm going to wipe it a little bit better. Clean the fan out a little bit better as well. Okay, make sure the dust is all cleaned out. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to have to put this back together. So grab this. Grab this. I think I already talked about pretty much everything I want to talk about. Open up the computer a bit. Alright, you can kind of lay it on the screen, have this go over. The hardest part is plugging this thing back in, so you got to reach in there, deal with this nonsense that ASUS decided to create. Alright, so we plug this in, get it lined up, hold it from the other side, push it down, make sure it's nice and snug. You don't want it loose. If you have it loose, the electricity will arc across and it will fry the components in there. Okay, so I'm gonna get more of this dust out while I can. It's going all over my work area. That's not nice, but it's dark and cold outside right now, so I don't want to go outside to do that. Alright, so now that we got that, let's flip it back over. Line this back up. I hope that's the only piece that I needed to worry about. I think we got two. Let's see here. This thing is tricky. I don't know. You gotta work around with it. I hope there's no components I had to... Okay, so this, oops, you can't even see. So this heatsink thing, you want to lift and make sure it goes on top of that copper thing. That's one of the main spots, it looks like. And then after you get that lined up, it looks like everything else can fall in place properly. So I hope I didn't unplug or undo anything else. I think everything else is good. Hopefully the wire's going the right way. Okay, so I made sure this corner here was all snapped down first, and then I'm just going to go around. Okay, there we go. That looks like it's good. So we're going to close the screen now. That was the weirdest design laptop I've ever seen, where the top has the motherboard and then the other stuff. That's, I don't know whose idea that was. I think it's their idea is people will break their laptop if they don't really know what they're doing. Okay, so let's push this back in. Alright, line it up. I didn't say it on this, but usually I line it up and I kind of move it around with my fingernail. If it stays in place, then you should know it should be lined up right, and then you just push it down. Right, that one went in, it didn't even snap. Usually it makes a clicking sound or a snapping sound. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to my other screwdriver. I was doing the MacBook earlier. We're going to put the two screws for the CD drive in this on the side here first. right? Because I want to test this first before I put back all the screws. So I'm going to put this. Then I'm going to take the SSD here. I'm going to slot the SSD. This is a 2.5-inch SATA drive. You can use any 2.5-inch SATA drive in here. So if you wanted to upgrade to a larger SSD, or you just wanted a whole bunch of very slow storage, I don't recommend regular hard drives anymore, but if you want, you can do that too. Alright. Shove these pieces of paper back in there. Get the CD drive. Slot that back in there. Alright, might as well put the battery screws under first so I don't have to worry about them later. Okay, actually I have to plug it in, so I don't really need to use the battery. Okay, make sure you plug back in this speaker cable. It's a little bit tricky, just line it up and then push it down. Okay, just like that. So I think we got everything reconnected that we need to get reconnected. I'm going to put the battery in there. I'm going to temporarily slide this piece on there. Like that. Okay, and now we're going to plug this in and see if it charges up. So the main thing I want to see is that charging light come on, I guess. Alright. So I got the brick. What I'm going to do, we'll turn it this way. There's the lights here. Hopefully they'll react to being plugged in. Plug this in. And we got an orange light there, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to put all the rest of the screws back in. Actually, let me power it on one time. The power light's coming on, the screen's coming on, everything's looking good, so the RAM isn't screwed up or anything. Sometimes if you don't seat the RAM properly, then the computer won't turn on at all. Okay, it is booting Windows, so it's detecting the SSD. That's good. And yep, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help others find these videos. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch, continue watching, I'm just going to put the rest of the screws back in. But I'm pretty much done with this. It looks like it's good to go. Got the hard drive light, battery light is charging up. And this is, I think, the power light. I don't know, the airplane and caps lock lights. Computer's taking a while to boot. I'm surprised it's so slow for being an SSD. I don't know if he has viruses or something, but it's taking a long time to boot this thing. It's still twirling around over there. Okay, I think it just finished twirling. Okay, there we go. So we got that. It's good. Alright, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to shut this down. And yeah, I'm going to put back the rest of the screws. Thank you for watching. You can keep watching. I'll put on the rest of the screws and then I will end the video. So that's good. Flip this back over. Grab the hinge screws. A lot of times these hinge screws, I'll add this thread locker stuff so it doesn't come loose. And I'm not sure how this one works because the hinge is mounted into this base piece, so right now the thread locker, I'm not sure it's actually going into the top piece, so I guess it'll keep the two layers together better. So we'll just add it anyways, but it probably doesn't need it. Alright. So, oops, I'm going off the camera. So that's pretty much it. Alright, we'll put the CD drive screw back in. Alright, we'll take this cover back off and put the screws that were under there back in. There's 4 screws. 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry. 3. And this 4th one up here. And the last 2 screws go into this cover, so let's slide that back on. Alright, come on, go back in your slots. Okay, there we go. And the last 2 screws. Alright, thanks again for watching. Oh, make sure you clip that in properly. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, help other people find my videos. And yep, bye.